Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video, we're gonna do some replay practice, and this is where we're gonna apply all the theories that we learned in the geometric trading system structure, um, and we're gonna apply it in real trading. Okay. So I'm gonna do some live demonstrations with bar replay. Okay. So far we learned that trading is a performance skill. Okay. As as any athlete, as any um, skill-based job, people practice a lot. People like they learn first, practice, and then they perform those skill. And that's why, in trading, practice makes you profit. Okay, just repeat this slogan: practice makes profit. Okay, and when you get into practicing, this skill, what I want you to um, realize is that you're not a retail trader, you're a warrior entering this battlefield. Okay, so keep that mindset that we talked about in trading psychology, and let's go ahead and practice. Okay. um as I said, theory is great. We do need theory in order to understand things, but after understanding theory part, the next step is applying it in real time. Okay, that's why we need to practice. All right. How I'm gonna practice? I'll trade live in the bar replay mode, and you'll pause the video to make your own decisions before I reveal mine. Okay, and this is how you build real trading skills. Okay, and we're gonna practice with real market data in a risk-free environment. And what do I mean by risk-free environment? Okay, I think of it as like trading in a um, replay trading. Okay, so for instance, I can actually come here and just go to replay mode, click somewhere, and so let it come around here. Okay, right, and on the resistance. Then on the downside, yeah, we can take trade short, you know can put stop loss there, take profit there, and as I let it run, you know uh, what we'll notice is like we want to see this. See, our human brain is saying this: okay, am I making profit or am I losing? Okay, now one thing we have to establish while trading and practicing live trading is, first, the only thing that we can control with our money is how much we are willing to risk or lose, okay, in order to make profit. So when I come here, I can actually calculate this short position, you know. Um, so see here, right? See, it's 1:3 trade, like perfectly 1:3 aligned. Okay. And what it's telling is like I'm willing to lose 1 unit, which is like $650 in order to make $1,978, which is a good deal. Anybody who would come to you and give you this deal, okay, um, do you want to invest in this company that I'm building? You have to invest for say $650, but after it make profits, after it's make profit, I'm gonna give you three times of what you invested. This is what it's doing. Okay, instead of investing in somebody else's business, we are investing in our business. Trading is that. Okay, like trading is our business that we are investing our time or soul to in order to make profit, and at the end of the day we want to achieve financial freedom. That's why we're doing it. Okay, so as I run this, you'll notice that this is what our brain is seeing, and this ebbs and flow of market is showing this single number. Okay, are we making profit or are we losing? And this trend line that's coming down, you see it hold for 2 times there. So we are more confident that okay, it will hold in the future. And see, here it hold. So like sellers are coming in and they are actually selling short, and you can see on this sideways on losing trade, then it like became profitable, so it's now going down, so it is moving in our favor. Okay. Now, after this, what I want you to notice is like once I come to the, this replay, you see the short trade is going on and it's just running, right? Net PNL. And after, after that, you see there's not information, no information there. But once this trade exits, we're gonna have some like chart to analyze our trade. Okay. You can see this is happening live. So this is cool. Okay. So see guys, this is what real trading looks like. We have to wait after doing our analysis. And the best part is that like, these rich tools that we have, most of the people they don't have, that's why 90% of the traders lose. And the 10% who survives are the warriors. Okay. And remember, survivors get to tell the story. Okay. All right. So let it come here. I'll just increase the speed here. Okay. Cycle 5 started. All right. And in the next section, we're going to talk more about this. So don't worry about it, okay? Just remember that, like, and this cycle one, cycle two, cycle three, and all this stuff. Okay. Now you see it's trying to take a support here, so we can actually exit trade. But like I have add the profit target there, so like we'll just wait, okay, to hit our profit. That's 1:3, Market came down there, okay, and here. See, now it exited the trade, right? So I'll just stop. You can see this is total PNL. That's it's going to show, this equity curve, the maximum drawdown. We reached 522 and like $522. And like, as I after entering this trade, like from this point to this point, that was minus 522, you can see minus 560. So that's what it's showing, like, and total trades, we took one trade. You can actually go ahead and read that, the total number of closed trades, winning or losing, profitable trades, and profit factor. Okay. Then on performance, you can see all these stats. We're gonna talk more about it in the future section, but I'm just showing you and getting you prepared for the future lessons and also practice. Okay. So let me just uh, close that. Let's talk about the replay practice that we're gonna do and take a couple of trades that we talked about in the previous lectures. Okay, so initial structure analysis is that we are doing there, and on 15 minutes time frame. Okay, now this is the long entry setup that I want you to like notice, and I've taught you right this one. So why this is a potential long trade when market pulls back to 25% and then around 1:1, right? And it goes makes higher lows. So that's your one of the long trade. Okay, let me actually just come here and okay. So the strategy that we talked about. For some reason, this pen is not working. Oh yeah, it's okay. Actually, the working area was, hang on. Okay. So we talked about one strategy. Um, where it was. Hang on. Hmm. So one of the strategy was, as we have these levels, um, so this is your midpoint, right? This is your highest high, right? And yeah, hang on. Sorry. So this was your upper mid. Let me anyway. Let's just practice, okay? The pen is not working for some reason. So what I want you to do is go back and just hit your replay, you know, and we'll just come here and I'll let it run, okay? So one of the strategy was to when the market comes, okay, so when the market is making this, okay, and it's making these structures, okay, these levels, these five important levels, key levels, okay, lowest low, highest high, midpoint, right? Midpoint and then lower mid and upper mid, okay. So one of the strategy was when it's making high lows, we look for the market to come around here and the trend line. Okay, so that's your long entry. That's one trade. Another trade for the short side is when the market is coming down, you know, we will be taking short trade there, right? So 75% level. Okay, and when the trend line hits like that, okay, so it could be one by one trend line or it could be two by one, like I mean half of that actually. So one by two or one by four, something like that, right? So let's do the replay practice of that, you know, and I'll show you my thought process into what's going on and why should we take that trade and the volume confirmation, okay, where you want to enter, what's the reason behind it, and where you're going to put your stop loss and what's your profit target, okay. So we are keeping things simple for this section, okay. We're going to only apply the concepts that we learned so far, so let's go ahead and do that, okay. So very simple trade, as I showed you here, the short trade, it could be done and like let me just do forward testing here and then we'll see. Okay, so new week started. Okay, as you can see, market is going up, right? Now we are waiting for the pullback to come around here as the market is making high lows. Okay, so on the pullback, either it come to the 50% or either it come to the 25% level, we're gonna buy. Okay, on the pullback. Let's see. And see, observe what's going on in your mind, okay, like what's going through when you're seeing this, okay. This is we are simulating real market environment, okay, real time market environment. See, as it made this high, okay, now it's retracing back, and if it has to go up, it has to overcome this resistance. See, market just dumped down like very fast, okay, from the 75% level couldn't go up, so it come down, didn't stop at 50%, didn't stop at 25, it just went for the lowest point, okay. So now we have made high point, low point, both, okay. So let's see if the market comes around those, like, when two lines meet, horizontal and trend line, then we're gonna take a trade, okay. So it's still going down there. I'll just speed up a little bit. So remember, if the market is going down as it is going down, what could be the case is uh, you know, the market comes when this line comes around here, like, and we can take resistance and then come down. Either this could be the case, or market just goes like this, and as soon as it overcomes this, like this sort of event can happen. Okay, so we'll see what happens. See, to cycle to complete it on sideways, so cycle 3 will be either up wave or down wave, like, I mean, going up or down, but we will be seeing from this, if it holds above the trend line, it might go up. So it holds the trend line, so the pullback happens, tries to go up, goes up now, comes back, yeah, goes up again with high volume. See, this is what I want you to observe, guys. Like, just observe this high volume, okay? You see, very high volume, right? That's your confirmation. And where it's happening, you see, this trend line is hitting when these both lines are meeting 25%, this one. That's where, like, this change happened. But as because the midpoint is trending down, when this happens, the market break about this resistance, and then only we can take trade like this, okay? So it is holding above, that's a good sign. All right. Now see here, the resistance happened, right? You see here, resistance happened and it closed and it hit this resistance. So that's your 50% trade basically. Now we can actually take a trade, and whether it becomes like, winning or losing, it doesn't matter now. But what you can do is, like, we are just following the rules. So it's a really good opportunity for me to take short trade and show you, you know, uh, that we are applying the principle. Okay. So I'll just, put here. And see, guys, what I want you to, you know, remember is that right now we are practicing the real skill. Okay, so don't worry if you're making mistakes, if a couple of trades becomes losing. Okay, this is part of the process. All right, until and unless you make mistake, how you're going to learn the right way? Okay, and when you come into the market as a warrior, you don't want to be killed again and again. Okay, like, it's not like that. Okay, like, you have your own hard earned money. Okay, you need to first be prepared in order to make progress in real trading. All right, so this is where we can do that. Okay, when we trade here, we are practicing the skill with risk free environment. All right, so that when we put real money, we don't make those mistakes that we might make here. All right, like, you are seeing, like, these athletes, these top performer, they practice every single day. All right, and when the real um, exam comes, meaning like real competition come to apply their skill, they do it just flawlessly. Like, that's what we need to do here as well. So I'll just run, and, like, let me just I'll just run this trade, and I'll put it here and see how's my uh, profit target here. So 1:3. I'll just put 1:3 there. Okay. So I'll move it down there, up there. Okay. So let's see. So see, it hit our stop loss. That's good. It's nothing much. What's important is, we made a decision based on our analysis. Okay. Now here you could have avoided that trade, but because, like, see here, there was like couple of very strong volume candle. But anyway, uh, this is what I wanted to show, like, yeah. So let's move on and see. So see, as it moved above this, now it's coming down. Here. So see, that trade was actually this one, right? So that's why we need volume confirmation, guys. Like, let me show you what I mean. So if you remember on lecture section one, we talked about wave volume, right? So I'll just put it here, and you'll notice uh, that you see this volume, 372 units of volume on the uptrend, and then 142 units of volume. So see here, effort was more, result was more. Okay, so let me increase this small so that we can see clearly. Here there was divergence between wave volume. So if you see 147 and 372, so this is your short trade. This was your actual short trade to take. If you had taken trade here, okay, this was your, like, good trade to take as well. So yeah. So just remember that, like, we need to apply all these concepts that we have learned in order to make profitable trade. So let's keep that in mind, and on the next trade we're gonna apply that. Okay, I'll just let it run. So see, again, it's taking support here. So I still wanna see the market trading above this resistance if I wanna enter long. So I'll just wait to see it closes below and it comes down and then it goes up. Okay, so it goes up, comes down now. See, and this was your, like, 265 units of volume, 74 units of volume. So what you notice is that there is more effort, but there is no result, meaning uh, more people are trying to push the market down, but they couldn't take it down much further than this, even with more volume. Okay, so that's the bullish signature. Now we are waiting for the market to close above this resistance, then only we can enter the short trade, long trade. See, as it goes above, breaks above, on the pullback, when the market takes direction like this, then we're gonna take trade, okay, on the long side. So I can, like, just prepare myself around here when this event like this happens. Okay, so I'll just let it run. All right, so here I'm waiting for the candle to close up, wave to close above. Yeah, see, wave closes above and the cycle is also starting. So on this cycle, I'm confident that, this could be a winning trade. So when I'll hit buy, I'll put my stop there. Okay, and I'll put my take profit there. So this is a potential. How much is it? So I'll take a trade there, put a stop loss there, and take profit there. This is 1 is to 3.4 trade. Okay, let's see what happens. Comes down, goes up, comes down again. So see this roller coaster? That's what I'm talking about, right? So this is what we are seeing. And if we come here, we can see that happening in real time. Okay. So okay, so it hit our stop loss again, right? So see, guys, it was in profitable trade, right? And then it hit our stop loss. And you might be asking, like, why is it, like, why we are losing, keep losing the trade? And it is actually, you know I might be doing it intentionally, but I want to show you that sometimes what happens is, as a trader, uh, we are, you know, we have a hard time applying the concepts in real time. Okay, so that's why we need to practice. Okay, what do I mean by that? See, this is the strategy that I was talking. Okay, this is like when market comes to 25% or 50%, then we enter. Here, you see, market is coming down. Okay, like it's basically like downtrending. Okay, and we are trying to take long trade here. I mean, here we took short trade, but the timing was wrong. That's why we need good timing in order to enter like right trade. That's why in the next section we're going to talk about cycle. So, like for instance, if I move this trend line and draw it from this cycle, okay, you will see that this was perfect trade, right? If I move this and like plot this parallel line, you would see that in cycle 5 from cycle 3 when the trend line was coming, this was hit. So this was your short trade, and we can do that from here, which I'm going to talk about in the next section. But I just want to show you a couple of examples, okay? To see as I add the parallel trend lines, which is basically your time, it tells you time. You see it hits perfectly there. Right here as well, it hits, right? Which we did to trade, and it turned out to be losing trade. But even if we had entered here, this would have been winning trade. If we had entered here short, this would have been winning trade, right? So let's follow the rules, okay? And let's analyze uh, in detail what's going on, and then only we'll take a trade, okay? So I'll just remove a couple of distractions here. Okay. All right. So see here, it's stopping by. Now, what I want you to do is like go ahead and add a couple of these trend lines to, okay, up, and you would see this trend line is coming around here. And if I add 1/3, might hit there. So let's see, yeah. You see 1/3 is hitting there, and if you see this wave closes above this one. So by the rule of trend line, we can take this trade here because it's in 25% level. Although it's coming down, at the start it was like uptrending and it has overcome this resistance. So what I'll do, I'll just take a trade here. Okay. Take one trade there, put my stop loss there. And don't worry guys, if it turns out to be, stop loss or like losing trade, you know, we will make back later on. Okay, what I want you to understand is that like the feeling of the trade should be real. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. As it goes up, there it tries to go down, and then it might hit our stop loss here. See, it actually hit our stop loss, and from there it's going up. Okay, so let's see. So see, from this perspective, you can actually understand that when we do forward testing, right? We need to, um, you know, hone our skill and practice more in order to get familiar with the concept. All right. So see, as it's going up, now the cycle completes and now cycle 6 starts. So I'll just add the trade because see, again closed above. This was like even if we had a stop loss here, then we would have been like fine. But here, it again made this new low. And see this, that's why like I'm trying to show you. If we had entered long, a lot of people also entered long. The market, what it did, it tries to come down and it shaked out both of those with this volume. You see, And that's why, like, with this black and white background, we don't understand much. That's why I actually just remove it and see the real color of the candle. Okay, you see this very large volume came, market is going up now. Okay, so now I'll just do this analysis here, put my stop there, and like put my take profit at this angle. Okay, it's gonna be okay 2.81. So let's see what happens. I think cycle 6 is gonna go up. So let's see. Okay, so it holds on this angle, this trend line, tries to go up, then it comes down. Hmm. The line is just going sideways. Okay, now cycle 7 starts. Let's see what happens on cycle 7. So far, it's holding on this trend line, so it's good. That means our trend line is valid. Okay, now it goes up, it hits this one. So, like, by the law of angle, that should be a profit target, but we have 1 is to 2.81 trade, so I will just let it run. You see, it's going up. Now our profit is increasing, and then it comes down there. I'll just move it up there, and I'll just move my take profit there. Okay, see as it goes up, comes down to that angle. So it is taking support from there. And now you see, as it has overcome this resistance, that's why we entered there, you know, here and here as well. Um, you see, like let's see how's our trade though. See, we had like 3 losing trade there, there, and one is on the winning PNL. So let's see what happens. Okay, why I'm telling you to add on to this position? You see this half trend line is coming, and this both line points are meeting, midpoint and this. So we can actually enter another trade there. Okay, I'll just enter a trade, and right now it's well, when we combine this both, or this has moved. So I'm gonna put my stop loss there, and I move it here. How much is it? I'm gonna lose minus 600. But when it comes here, see the stop loss is below that trend line. Okay. Now when I win, it's gonna be 2298. I'll just put my take profit to this level. Okay. And it's 1 is to 619 that I'm getting. Remember, we had already entered one trade there, and I added another one here. And it goes up, holding this trend. See, okay, it actually hit our profit target. Yeah, I had profit target there, so yeah, it executed the target. So let's check it out. What there? See, one of the profit target hit here, and the close was there. Okay, and another trade entry was here. You see there, and close was around here. Okay, so overall, if you see the trade, overall we came out as winner, right? Okay, and this was our biggest trade. You see, that's what I'm trying to teach you guys. Okay, even we are 40% profitable, we made profit. Okay, of $928 in 1 week. All right, and the week hasn't ended yet. There's still opportunity there. Okay, and we're gonna take advantage of that. Um, and you see 5 trades total we took. Performance you can see trades this and this, right? This is what I'm trying to show you guys. When you trade real, it's not gonna be all hunky dory, like all profitable trade. You're gonna have some losing trade, and our job is to manage those trade. Okay, that we did really good here. Okay, so let's continue, and I'll just let it run, and we're gonna look for another trade here. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so market came here, you see, very big movement, and this was actually on this candle we should have taken trade, but market just suddenly went up. So why should I take that trade? The reason behind that is that see, we have already taken one trade on this trend line and it hold, right? We are taking trade on this one and it holds. So is the midpoint is there. We already overcome this resistance and so this is a strong support, and if we enter trade, there's a good probability that it will be a winning trade. Okay, let me just take one trade there, put my stop loss below that one, and what I'll do, I'll just come here and put it near the entry, get my stop there, and then minimum 1:2. So I'll just move my profit target to 1:2, profit target 1:3. Okay. So what I'll be doing is there. Okay. So I'll sell half the position at the you know I'll just sell half of the position at this point. So hang on, let me just grab that. 1:2 is this much. It's 91177. So just put 91177. Okay, so this I'll just sell this one when the market comes there, and I'll sell another half when the market comes to my 1:3. So from there, limit was the price 92075. I'll just sell another half. Okay, so just observe what happens. All right, now we have adjusted our risk. I'm risking $924 in order to make how much is yeah, we'll know. All right, so here when the market comes here, we'll make uh, yeah, we'll see what happens there. Okay, so let me just run it and see. So see, this trend line holds there. When the market again came to that, okay, our first target hit. No, it didn't hit. Sorry. So see, market pulled back again to that trend line and then tries to go up, and it went up, right? Made new high. It's going up. Now this trend line shifted on the downside. So in order to go up, it has to overcome this resistance. So let's just do it. Now what I can do, I can move my stop to below um, that one, right? Below the point of the trend line. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is like as I'm going forward, I'm minimizing my loss. Okay. Earlier it was 900, now it's minus 573, and I'm still up $1,000 in profit. So market pulls back to the 25 this level. Okay, from the top this is 25% level, but from the bottom there's 75%. So tries to go up there, right? This level holds, so that's a good sign. Okay? And you see this trend line is moving. So what you can do, you can move your profit, like loss to there as well if you like, but I'll just keep it there. And you'll observe as soon as this trend line breaks from the from the bottom above, market is just gonna go up. Okay, so see our stop loss is at the safe area because the trend line is gone up here. So even if the market comes around there, like we are confident that it will hold that level because we have seen it in the past. And if it breaks, then we just exit our trade and book whatever loss we have, small loss. Tries to go up here. I see it breaks above, pulls back, and then it's gonna go up. You see, pulls back around here on low volume, and then it tries to go up. So I'm waiting for the up wave candle, down candle to close, down wave to close, and we see it closed. The cycle 11 started, and I think in cycle 11 we might see some action. See, yeah. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like you know, just be patient. Market will show you the direction. It's trying to go. See, first target hit there. Okay, and first target was how much profit was it? $916. So we already made our profit, and now what I can do, I can just move my uh, stop loss to break even, or I can just move it upside. Okay, so that like I at least make $486, right, when the yeah, if the market comes down. So we'll see what happens. Again, it broke above, comes down, you know yeah, see, it's again going up, then it comes down. This point shifted there. It has to overcome this resistance in order to go up. But cycle 12 started. So this is the last cycle of the week. So we'll see what happens there. I'll just move my stop below the trend line here. You see this trend line? You know, make sure that we are safe. Okay. See this trend line is holding on the downside. It goes above. Now it might break above when after pullback pulls back. Okay. Wait for, yep. See, Now the cycle one started, new week, and it's close to our, yeah, it hit our profit target. See, yeah, and stop loss order canceled because it hit our profit target. You see, it made $1,362. So overall, see, this is our equity curve. Starting, we had three losing trades, but then we had like four winning trades. Out of it, we just had entered, I think, two trades. Yeah, one trade here. Yeah, and then on this trade, we just like booked some profit. Okay, and one we added on scaling in, right, which was the first trade, and then second trade we just put two limit. Um, we just put two limit order um, at 1:2 and 1:3 risk to reward. So in total, we took seven trades. Um, Total P&L is this much, 0.32% profit out of $100,000 account, and this is just like a free trade as I told you. You can read about them. Maximum drawdown was $1,619, and you can see profitable trades 57%, and profit factor is this. So see, we are increasing our profitable trades as we are practicing and moving forward, right? And you can see the performance score here as well. Okay, trades analysis, risk adjusted performance, and list of trades. All right. So you can go ahead, practice, apply these concepts. I showed you examples for long trade, and you can practice for the short trade as well. And in the next section, I will show you a couple of examples for the short trade as well. So what I'll do, I'll just um, let it run and show you some commentary. Okay, so I'll just let it run and see here it's going up. We could have made more profit there. Okay, and you see it eventually hit this trend line there. Okay, now it tries to come up down midpoint here. So see here it when this trend line hits around there. So I'll just add um, this one that there's 2 by 1, right? So I'll add 3 by 1, 4 by 1. We'll see. So see 4 by 1. It's matching, right? Meaning this 4 by 1 and this midpoint is coinciding. So that's a really good confluence to take this trade. And when the market comes around there, pull back, so it's gonna go up 4 times faster there. Okay. So as soon as the candle closes, we can take trade. You see, we are waiting for the wave to close. Mm. So see, wave closes there, we can take this trade. Okay. So yeah, you can practice. Okay. I'm just showing you example here. To see here, if you had entered the trade, pulls back there, it's going through 3 by 1 angle, and then it goes above, breaks there, tries to broke on this resistance, right? Comes down there, cycle 2 starts now, and it's taking support on the 2 by 1, and then boom, right? So see, this hits the 4 by 1 angle trend line, and then from there it's coming down here, then it goes up as well. Now see, boom. So it's taking trades on this one, right? See, 3 by 1 support, trying to take this trade, but like it would have been losing trade, but yeah. Um, Now if you see it, if it has to go up, it has to overcome this resistance. See 2 by 1 hit, then it's going up now. Okay, Now when it breaks above below, just close your trade and look for the next angle to you know come up. Okay. So when it comes around here and this two coincides, then I can take a trade or something. Okay. So let's see. It did come to the midpoint and then it goes up. Yeah. See, broke above. Now comes down. You see, this was the resistance, guys. Like very strong resistance, and the market didn't even hold here. It just broke down. Okay. So watch out for that. Like, you could have taken short trade there. Uh, so see, what I'm trying to tell you, just watch for two line, okay? Support and trend line. When these two lines meet, that's where you can take trade, okay? So that's it for this lecture. And let me actually take up one shot. I think we can do that. Um, yeah. So as the market makes new low, the market is coming down. So on the pullback, we can enter short trade on those trend line when the market hits there. See, market hits there, takes resistance, right? So when the wave closes, we can take short trade there. See, wave closes there, we can take short trade, all right? And we can put our stop loss there, and we can put our take profit there, okay? Um, and if I measure this here, short position coming down there, put my stop loss there, and then take profit here, right? So I can just let it run and observe what happens. Okay. So see, as soon as it hits the resistance, it tries to go. Like sellers come in the market, so we are in good position. And see, it's 1:2.23 trade, so it's minimum. It meets our minimum requirement. And see, as it hits the 4x1 angle, it tries to go up, but little do people know it's a retracement. So I'll just add um, the descending angle as well. So 2x1. We'll see how they react. See, 2x1 it hit there, then 3x1 will come around there, right? So yeah. And as I told you guys, like this trend line also tells you time. So yeah, just keep in mind whenever market reaches the trend line, that's a very important time to pay attention to that to that position. Okay. To see as the market is coming down, you know, this is our PNL, and you see the market was like, coming down really well, right? And then here it broke this ascending angle, tries to go up, then comes to the next angle, broke below, then comes to the next angle. This is the law of angle that I was talking about in earlier lecture. Okay. So you see now it's holding support on this one, and we'll see what happens there. So you could potentially exit your trade, but as this is 1:2.3 trade, I'll just let it run. You know, as long as it hasn't went above this, okay, this resistance, we are in a downtrend. Okay, so see, it hits our profit target, and if you come here, you would notice This is our PNL, total PNL. Our profitable trades has increased percentage, which is 62%, total 8 trades. And you can see this equity curve. This is what we are looking for, guys. All right. So you can see performance here, net initial capital, this, PNL, net profit. So we made total $5,000. Long position was this much. Short position profit is this much. Okay. And you can go ahead and analyze all this stuff. Right. So overall, our short ratio is this, short is this, profit factor is this, which is good. That means we are making profit here. And these are the list of all trades. Okay. So once you practice, once you apply the concepts, that you learn, making profit in the market is very easy, guys. All right. And that's what I wanted to teach you in this lecture. So uh, get your sleeves up, get on your warrior mindset, and then practice this skill. Okay. You have access to this indicator, and if you don't have, please send me a message that I want access to this one, geometric trading structure indicator, and I will give you the access. Okay. So hope you guys like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.